for many years, and even before acting, I think I lived my life really at odds with my body, not liking my body very much and wishing it looked different, and really trying to punish my body if I felt like I ate poorly, by doing excessive cardio classes. Working on this show sort of started to change my mindset into being like, it's not a punishment. There's really something to having some muscle on your body. I'm Alison Brie, and today I'm Unfiltered. I guess I like to take risks with fashion. For a long time, I think early on in my red carpet days, there were a lot of disasters. Don't Google it. I think I wanted to play it very safe. I think now I've learned a lot about fashion, and I have a real respect for it, and that makes me want to take bigger risks. And I sort of had to change the way I was thinking about it, and more think about it the way I think about acting, so that when I'm getting on a red carpet, I'm taking on a character, and that character is going to the VMAs, or she's going to the Golden Globes, and like, well, who is that woman? I've gotten more into taking risks with hair and makeup and trying to kind of just try some different cool styles rather than always just trying to be a pretty girl, Spilling. I developed really late, so I was sort of like a gangly looking kid until high school, and even then I really didn't even get boobs until college. And I think it was my freshman year of high school when I really first started to wear makeup, and the first couple things were lip gloss and mascara. And then I also vividly remember being shamed by a girlfriend who was like, "You're too into makeup now." We were on a camping trip with my friends, and I just wanted to put on mascara because we were always sort of meeting boys on these camping trips. But I do remember things like that where I would take a little bit of a fashion or beauty risk, like wearing a cool ear cuff, and then my friends would be like, "You think you're hot because you're wearing an ear cuff," and then I would cry in my room and hide that away and write in my diary about it. I'm glad that 20 years later, I'm back to taking fashion risks now. I had been doing community theater from an early age. At 5 years old, I was singing and dancing around the house, and my parents realized that I just wanted to perform for anyone. And that type of live performance was really exciting for me, and I think I really liked the work.
I'm a student at the Malibu School of Beauty, and I was just wondering if I could borrow your head.
Wow. This was my first job on television after I graduated from California Institute of the Arts. So had my BFA degree in acting for the theater, and I took it straight to the Disney Channel. The funniest thing, I've seen this clip recently, and the craziest thing about it is my voice.
My parents were right. I don't have what it takes to be a beautician.
Even after 4 years in theater school of like dropping in, and I listen to me there, and I sound like a bit of a balloon animal. It's so high-pitched.
I said stop!
I never thought that I would work in comedy when I was a teenager. As much as I knew I was going to make a living as an actress, I never had a plan B. And I was also very snobbish about television in general. I never thought I would work in TV. That is something that sort of delights me in its irony.
Whoop-de-doo!
But for some reason, it just didn't translate until I was out auditioning after college, and I auditioned for every procedural drama to play the girl that just died, or like the friend of the girl that just died, and I couldn't book those roles to save my life. I think once I booked Community, there was like this big shift in me kind of marrying who I was as a person with the type of performance I was doing.
More chocolate?
Get away from me!
To be a part of that really funny family, I think, was really helpful to me, and it kind of just brought out my natural personality. I have never considered myself an athletic person until I started working on Glow. We do a month of wrestling training before shooting every season of Glow. That's all of the women in the ring, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that also was incredibly empowering. Learning that your body is capable of so much more than you ever expected was pretty life-changing for me. All the women in the cast really take seriously the responsibility that lies within being in the ring with another person and wanting to protect their body while you're selling big moves and looking like you're destroying them. The physical aspect of Glow is one of the most important aspects of the show. And then I think I'm going to spin around and we're going to put your arm around my neck. It was sort of known that we would be asked to do our own stunts on the show. And so they were sort of gauging how athletic we were. And even more than that, our willingness to learn and to dive into wrestling, something that most of us, all of us save one, hadn't done before. We took it all very seriously. And another part of it was our showrunners, they didn't want anyone to change the way they look to be on the show. They didn't want anyone to lose weight. They wanted us to learn to wrestle. They wanted us to learn how to execute the moves in a strong, safe way. For many years, and even before acting, I think I lived my life really at odds with my body. You know, not liking my body very much and wishing it looked different and really trying to punish my body if I felt like I ate poorly, you know, by doing excessive cardio classes. I think this is a way that a lot of women think about exercise. I had a cheat day. Now I got to work really hard. Working on this show sort of started to change my mindset into being like, it's not a punishment. You shouldn't be trying to just get as little as possible. More than anything, I think my trainers also, we honed in on healthy eating and not considering food the enemy. Not that I was dealing with very intense anorexia before, but certainly some body dysmorphia and things like that. And I think just, you know, probably mild anorexia working in this business and waves of that, which I've never been very successful at, to be honest. So it's much better for me to do something, have a lifestyle where I live in a healthy way and I work out in a way that makes me feel strong and powerful, and I eat food. And sometimes I eat unhealthy food, and it's fine.
Crown is yours. Come on, let's go. We're waiting. Everyone's waiting.
Working on Glow and being able to work with so many women behind the camera and not having the male gaze be a component in the way we make the show, I think it puts all of us at ease on set. Also to feel myself that we're so empowered on set to be ourselves and be very open about our bodies. Wrestling is so intimate. We're putting our faces in each other's armpits and in each other's crotches. And it's important that we be able to talk to each other about when we're on our period or when we haven't shaved our armpits. You know, men talk about that stuff all the time without any sort of qualms. A lot of women, because we're always just taught to be pretty and appealing to men, that we sort of don't want to talk about things that are a little more taboo or like a real side of being a woman. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. A little bit. I'm similar to my characters more in their gumption, their can-do attitude. I think that that's a strong through line from Trudy to Annie to Ruth, is that they've all been super ambitious. I don't know if I'm a real perfectionist. I guess maybe I thought I was, and then I met my husband, who's a real perfectionist. It's like he really gets honed in on something and won't stop thinking about it until it's just right. And I guess I've been trying to learn to let go a little more. It's definitely important to me and my husband that we keep a lot of our life private. And now that we've been married for a couple years, I think we're sort of relaxing into being a bit like, who cares? But early on, I mean, we didn't take photos together on a red carpet until we were engaged, which was 5 years into us dating. Our relationship is that's our life. And being on a carpet, being at events, that's our work. And as we work together more, the two become a bit married as well, our work life and our personal life, because we're doing our work together. I still think it's very important to keep some parts of your life private. Celebrities are expected to, these days more than ever, I think, to just bear everything, to just sell it all on Instagram. And, you know, for the most part, I'm like, who cares? I'm happy to show people my workouts and my cat and things that I enjoy doing. But you gotta keep some stuff to yourself. You can't kind of sell everything, or you'll just be an empty shell of a person. Maybe that's my working theory. I feel most beautiful when I'm on vacation and I'm not wearing makeup, but I've got like a little bit of a glow, that tan, that vacation glow, like one glass of wine in, just hanging out with my husband, and I can kind of see myself the way he sees me with no makeup on. And, you know, I think it's more that I'm not thinking at all about my appearance, and that makes me feel beautiful. Being a woman, gosh, it means so many things to me. I guess it means being powerful. Women are capable of so much. Our bodies create life. Some days being a woman means feeling sexy in your body and feeling beautiful for yourself. And some days being a woman means sobbing in the bathroom and embracing your emotions and being fine with that. I think that it's probably a very complicated answer that I haven't totally figured out yet.